is Michelle Davenport. I am a kindergarten teacher in Florida. This is my 23rd year teaching kindergarten, and I am currently remote, online, 100% virtual. So for my kindergartners this year, I'm using only positive points, and then I have neutral as well. So I have it up on my phone and I can just give points as I'm teaching, and they can hear the sound in the background, which whether the point is for them or not, they don't know, but they all sort of sit up straighter and focus and realize like positive things are happening and I want to be part of that. And then my neutral points are just if there's something I want to mark that I need to remember to speak to a parent about or to speak to the child about when we have a meeting. But it's worked really well. They're so into the positive points. They love it. It's brought like a positive vibe to our classroom too, because they're always thinking about what can we do right? That's what we're focusing on. And that it's different being online, but honestly, it's not as different as I thought it would. Like surprisingly enough, they still listen to me through the screen. And they know when I'm giving those points, I say, today I'm gonna be watching for, and I can name a specific thing. I have a point attached to that. And then just throughout the meeting too, I'll say, well, today I'm gonna be watching for people who are using their microphone manners. And they're remembering when it's time to mute, when the teacher's talking, that you're muted. So I can give them very specific feedback or goals to work on with the points. And the parents have been on board from the beginning. They love it. So I set what I know I need as my foundational skills in order for us to be successful as learners, but then they can add in. And some things just come up organically too. Like when we first started, they didn't know how to mute themselves when they needed to. And so we went over the skill of how to do that. Then I added it in as a positive point. And then every time they were able to show the skill, I could give points until they were confident that they could do it. So it really helped to motivate them to try something that was new too. Sometimes based on something I see that is lacking that I need to build up with the children. And other times something that I notice that they're doing really well, that I want to make sure I keep acknowledging it. My goal is always to catch them being good. And they know that, and they know I'm looking for that, which again creates a really positive environment. And then sometimes the points come from the students or from the parents. If a parent says, well, I'm wondering if they're able to do this or that, I can add that in as a point and help build that skill. So they're very involved in the process. And because again, they're virtual from home, their parents are involved in the process too. So it's been a really strong kind of community feeling for my classroom this year. Despite being apart, we feel very together. I am in a team of 3 kindergarten teachers. And so in the beginning of the year, we'll talk about how we want to use ClassDojo and what types of points we want to start with. We share posts that we're going to do. We often have siblings, cousins, twins in our classrooms. So we want to be consistent for the families as well. I've been teaching kindergarten for 23 years. I've been using ClassDojo, I would guess about the last 10 or so. And I love it. It's made the connection with parents so much stronger because as schools have become more closed, campuses are closed, parents can't come in, we don't connect with them as much. ClassDojo has allowed us to keep that door open, that they can still reach us, they can still talk to us. And knowing more about the kids and their history and their needs makes me a better teacher. So what I love about points is that the communication is more specific. They can see the positive. I can't call home every time somebody does something great, but I can give a point. It takes 1 second. So they know exactly what their child is doing well in. And if I have a child who's struggling with something, then I'll watch to give points in that area when I see it, and their parent can see that they're working on it at school. Like anything that you're taking on, start off slow, start off small. Pick a few things. Pick your basic school rules that you are expected to teach your students about anyway. Pick something that's really important in your classroom. You're starting to get comfortable with it. You're starting to realize how easy it is to give points, even in the busyness of a kindergarten classroom. I think that really helps a lot. Working with others as well, talking to other teachers about what they're doing. It's hard if you start with too much. So I usually start off with like 5 different things I give points for in the beginning of kindergarten, and then I add to it as needed. So just like you would adjust your lesson plans, if you see there's something they're doing really well with or something they're struggling with, I adjust my points accordingly.